The views and opinions expressed in this podcast by the host and or the guest do not necessarily reflect the views of the host and or Paranormal Buzz Radio and or its sponsors. Use of any material produced by Paranormal Buzz Radio without express written consent is prohibited. Paranormal Buzz Radio will not be held responsible for you holding your knees, crying, and rocking in a corner in a puddle of your own urine, or being beheaded by a group of children in a cornfield. In fact, if you come across a group of children in a cornfield, we promise to make fun of you as you run away screaming in terror. Listener discretion is advised. You are now entering the all-consuming realm of Shay's Paranormal Chat, where the things that are better left unsaid are actually said.
Shut up and sit down.
You're listening to Shay's Paranormal Chat. Paranormal podcasting done Shay's way. Tons of fun.
Dude, seriously?
A bit sarcastic.
Hashtag investigator, not hunter.
But always real.
Hashtag data, not evidence.
Don't get your panties in a twist.
Oh my god, really?
This is real, raw conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Hey everybody, TGIF. Thanks for coming, and we have Kerry Theriault here. She's from Spirit Trackers in New Hampshire. She's a good friend of me and Nicole's. But how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great.
Yeah, how was the drive up?
Wasn't bad at all.
And by the way, it's in-house guest tonight. We're actually in person. She doesn't trust me to do it over Skype. She wants to be able to slap me in person.
Which is always fun.
It is, yeah, you know. Yep.
Makes it much easier to chat in person anyways.
Yeah, much easier. So, I see chat going, yay, they can hear us.
All right.
Yay. That's always a plus. So, where do we begin?
So much.
We're missing Nicole, so
I know.
It's like so off. It's like
because it's usually always the three of us,
yeah.
And we go out, and yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Because for some reason, it's always an adventure.
It is. We met a few times in Salem at a couple paranormal meetings.
Yep.
And then our first attempt was Monson, right?
Monson, yes.
And we got the ice storm, and
yeah, we couldn't get anywhere. Everything
we would have died.
We would have froze to death.
Yeah. The ice itself.
Or slipped and fallen and broken something.
Yeah, yep. And then, was it the seminary next?
I think we all met Parsonsfield.
Yeah.
Which that was a lot of fun.
Parsonsfield Seminary in Maine.
Yep.
It was fun. We worked really hard for 4 hours, and then we can't, let's not mention any names.
No.
But somebody was very friendly that night.
Extremely.
Yeah. There was talk of, yeah.
There was a lot of talk.
A lot of touching.
A lot of that.
It was full moon.
Literally. Some of us saw more than the rest.
Yeah. You know. So that our next attempt, I believe, was Monson again.
The next Monson, yeah, we went back.
And we hit the swarm of mosquitoes.
Attack of the killer mosquitoes.
Like thousands of mosquitoes.
I have never seen so many mosquitoes.
It was horrible.
I had dead mosquitoes on me for days.
It was bad. I mean, I took like 3 showers and I was still finding them everywhere.
I know.
It was like,
they were terrible.
I've never seen, like, it was like a horror movie. It really was.
It literally was. It was unbelievable. I couldn't believe the mosquito. So we tried that one.
And my poor mother.
Oh, God, the poor thing.
We drag her out in the woods and she gets attacked by a swarm of mosquitoes.
You know, who'd have thought? It was the beginning of summer, the middle of the woods. Who'd have thought there'd have been mosquitoes?
And then they followed us, though. It wasn't like we left that area. They went with us.
They were something they liked. Apparently.
Something. I don't know. So, yeah, it was a great night, Nick. Yeah. I think she's talking about Maine.
I'm not sure what's on.
Yeah, they were all good, even though some of them were fails.
Yeah, we still had fun.
Yeah,
I mean, it's nice when we all get to actually get together and stuff. So
yeah. Maine was we did the nursery rhymes and got all
Yes.
that activity every time we sang.
which still amazes me
It
because we
does.
watched the K2 and everything, and it was going to the rhythm of the music.
Yeah, and it was bouncing from. It wasn't just one device; it was a bunch of different devices,
Yeah.
and then the laser grid. The whole thing moved.
Which I've never seen like that where it was just keeping to the rhythm of us singing.
Yeah,
and that was just, to me, that was
and
amazing.
then it would stop, and then you say, okay, if you want us to do it again, if you want us to sing,
Yeah.
light
this up.
Yeah,
It was just amazing. Like I still that was just probably one of the coolest things I'd ever seen.
Hi Kim, hi Nicole, hi Jen. I wasn't saying names, I was saying hi. Hi Kim, and hello Matt. Thank you for signing in for me. That's Matt as the Parabuzz.
Nice.
You like that Parabuzz?
Erebuzz.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it fits.
Yeah, it does.
The group of people, all of them.
Yeah. Oh boy, yeah. That's
So,
the one great thing about this field, all the really great people that I've met working in the, just
Yeah.
going out and doing this stuff.
that's what I always say. And I felt really bad yesterday. At least I took Tylenol before you got here, so at least it's down a little.
Well,
So.
thank goodness.
But the people you meet are great. But I always compare it to if you love apple pie and you eat one that's rotten, you remember the rotten one.
Yep.
So when people talk about paranormal drama, that's what stands out is that one bad seed.
Yeah.
And we have to keep in mind all the good people.
Because there's so many good
There
people,
is.
but there's always one in the bunch that, it's like, okay.
You want to tell some of the story from this weekend?
Oh, our lovely trip to Medfield. The
Have you
hospital?
seen the video I made?
Yes, I
Yeah.
have watched that one. I laugh. I told my friend, I was like, I have never heard a spirit box swear so much.
Why don't we go for it? Tell them where we were and.
We were up this weekend, Medfield State Hospital, formerly the insane asylum, and just walked around. There's so many buildings left there, and it's just a
30
gorgeous,
or 31?
something like that. Yeah, some of them have been torn down. Used to be bigger.
Yeah,
and it's just an amazing place to walk around and just to see. But so we decided we were going to go over to the chapel because for some reason I'm just like that building. I always feel drawn to it. Every time I've gone up there just to check it out, I want to be at the chapel. I had no idea that the old morgue had been in the basement, which could probably explain some of. And so we said, hey, why don't we do a spirit box over here and see what happens? I have never heard so many swear words come through. You get the occasional. This was just repeatedly. It was like.
There's a few of those words I don't even use, and everybody knows the mouth I have.
Oh yeah.
And there's a few that.
The last one, the see you next Thursday.
Yeah.
It said what?
Yeah, that was.
I understood, a lot of people back then, they didn't think about it.
Somebody
they would
asked
just
me, maybe
swear.
they had Tourette's. I'm like, they could, because they would put people in for weird reasons like that.
There was no,
but it could have just been an asshole. It could have just been trying to get our attention. It could have been any mental. I look at my mouth. Some people ask me if I have Tourette's.
There are some days I wonder if I do. But, that was the thing that, sometimes it's like with dementia patients, they don't know their brain, it doesn't function the same way, and they just come out with words that they've heard. So, it could have been that, but I've never heard words like that.
For anybody that didn't see the video, it's up on Sis YouTube, and it's up on Shay's Paranormal YouTube. But we were getting slut, whore, bitch, fuck, shit, a bunch of others. But it was answering a few questions in between.
Yeah.
We got a Shay, which is fun. I didn't hear the Shay, but you two did.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird because neither one of you call me Shay.
No.
Nicole says, if she said Sherry that day.
Yeah.
But she would say Sha. She calls me Sha.
Okay.
you know. So
Yes.
if and then when I was bending over and it said slut,
Sexy.
and she said, "Did you call her a slut?" And it's like sexy.
Sexy.
Like, oh my god.
But then when the
Sexy,
family
yeah.
had walked over, it stopped. I mean, it said slut a couple more times.
Yeah, that's what I said. It was
But-
two quick blips. Those two little kids showed up, and boom, it was done
But-
swearing.
Then the kids were asking questions, and it was answering them.
Yeah,
And they were asking some really good
for
questions.
little kids. What color's your hair? Gray. What color's your eyes? Green. I mean, just
And questions that we as adults and investigators didn't even think of.
yeah. That little girl could have been my daughter. I mean,
Oh, God,
she acted
yes.
just like me.
Yeah.
And we were trying to like pretend it didn't say the second slut.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, thank you. That's the best compliment I've got all day." I'm like, "Oh my
I know,
god,
and
is she mine?"
And she's like, what, 12?
13, I think.
Yeah. I was like, oh, dear God. No.
And she handled it well. And then she made sure when she was leaving, we only told her once, and she made sure when she was leaving, she said, "You do not have permission
To follow me
Yeah.
or anybody here.
Yep,
And
you have to stay here." But she did say the only place you can follow me is on
musically.
musically yeah.
Because she needs more followers.
Yeah. But then when she was leaving, she did say, "You do not have permission to come." She did it really good. It was really stern.
Yeah.
It's a little paranormal investigator right there.
Oh, yeah. We're training the next generation. But, yeah, she knew exactly as she walked over. You guys trying to catch EVPs? What are we doing?
Yeah, she walked. They walked by us. Nick, if I'm forgetting anything, put it in chat. You'll hear this in 30 seconds, so I'm going to keep talking. But they walked past us, and she literally like backed up. Like,
Yeah.
She's like, "Are those EVP devices?" She's like, "I know what those are."
Yeah.
And she
knew what we
Yeah.
were doing, which it was just really cool.
She
And-
was great, Nick.
And we never usually leave the spirit box running as long as
No.
we did.
I can't
And-
stand it that long, but they were
No.
getting good results, and the parents were okay with it, and the kids were asking great questions, and
The parents were really cool. I mean, I was talking to them about, the
I was more interested
different
in the
asylums, and
Yep.
he had keys to the old Taunton State
Yeah.
Hospital, so I was just like, I must have pictures for my Instagram.
kids. Yeah.
Like, I need these, so I was just telling me different places. He'd been showing me pictures, which was cool. And I'm listening to the questions of the girls, and I'm just like,
Yeah, they were
Wow.
really.
I'm like, that's, were you a nurse here?
I
Were
almost
you
died,
this?
and she said, "Those fake paranormal TV shows."
Oh,
I'm
I know.
Like, yeah, I like her.
I was like, yep, she fits in. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, she gets it.
If I was like 5, 10 years older, I would think it was menopause, man.
I know
you guys
that
can't
feeling.
see, but I'm fanning myself. Oh my god.
I feel like I should have one of those, giant, fans and
Yeah.
just sit there waving it at you.
You'd be my new best friend, just like, Oh, this is so
I won't go to the point where I feed you grapes while I fan you,
yeah,
but
yeah, we can skip the grapes.
yeah.
You know.
I'm like, like the old Egyptian, they're fanning. Yeah, they're gonna fan the queen.
Man. And so, yeah, where did I miss any places?
No, I think those are all the only ones. I know we have more on the horizon. That will be
Oh, yeah.
definitely. There's
We already,
so many places that are on my list. I think they kind of correspond a lot to you guys, is what you guys want to do.
They're laughing menopause. You can't see the chat. Sorry, I forgot.
No, that's cool.
It's also right here.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if you can see that far, but
Yeah, well, I need a better prescription on my glasses. But yeah,
it's
I can
also
see.
really far away.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a investigation tonight. I still don't know if I'm making it or not. But you two at least will go on the investigation,
Yeah.
even if I don't. So, and it's I won't say on air where it is,
Gotcha.
but it is a great place, and
Yeah, I've never really been in this area, so interesting.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, it's nice place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live here.
Okay, well, you kind of do live here.
Oh, damn it. Actually, it's not bad for adults,
Yeah.
It's better than Mass. It's better than Haverhill, so.
Well, better than what's going on down there right now.
Oh,
so,
prayers to everybody down there, man.
yeah, I got friends down there that I'm just,
Yeah.
it's like I'm checking in on him, making sure he's okay, and see somebody who wants to come out and investigate with my team. So I'm like, dude, are you okay? And it's just hard because you grew up 20 minutes from Lawrence.
Well, yeah.
I was in Lowell, so yeah, you were right near me.
Nicole and I are from Haverhill,
Haverhill,
so
yeah.
I mean, and it's Andover, North Andover, Methuen, Lawrence.
Yeah, that whole area.
Anybody who doesn't know, it was either a gas surge or gas explosions. I'm not really sure, but at least 60 to 100 fires in that area right
Yeah,
now.
there was something wrong. They found one of the pipes, I guess.
Yeah.
There was like an aerial shot that was corroded or something. So
in
horrible.
South Carolina, prayers to them too.
Oh yeah, everybody down there. That's terrible. You know how bad hurricanes can get.
Mm-hmm.
Living in Florida. Hopefully my mom and my daughter, I hope, are listening. I told them they had to.
Yes, there's going to be a test.
No, my daughter's really interested in this stuff, and so is my mom. She's they love hearing the stories of some of the things that I go out and do, and my mom, I got bit a few weeks ago at my friend's place we think it was a spider.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, your mom. Don't go into those dirty buildings.
Don't go into the old buildings.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd probably be doing the same thing. Like, I was sleeping when I got bit.
I knew you had your rabies shot, so that's why I invited you over.
Well, if I start biting, you're safe.
Yeah, I don't have much company, but I knew.
Yeah, well, you at least knew I had my rabies shot, so we're all set. Yeah, they weren't sure. I'm like, I'm pretty sure it was a spider bite. Eventually, the thing
at least it looks better than it did last Sunday.
I know. It's getting there.
Oops. So. Oh, all right, Kim. I'll make sure I watch for that. Where are you going to go? You going to Theriault? It takes 30 seconds. We talk. They don't hear us for 30 seconds.
Oh, okay.
So it's a little...
it's a little delayed.
It's a little delayed, but... yeah, I know.
Early menopause.
Yeah.
It's okay. Hey, I've been in the middle of Walmart, and I hate ham, but I will get one of those flat frozen hams and start fanning myself.
Well, Walmart will do that to anybody.
Walmart just makes me crazy.
I would avoid Walmart at all costs.
I generally do. It doesn't always work out that way because there's always something I need.
Just going to Villisca, not for
that's one that's on the bucket list.
Oh yeah, we'll have to definitely watch.
That's one of those on my paranormal bucket list.
Where's that place again? Which place, Jen? She's laughing, so. Oh, Theriault. I got it. It took me a minute. The laughy face. I wasn't sure what she was talking about.
Oh, okay.
So.
Nice.
Man, so weird. Nicole should be here with us.
I know. They said it's generally, the three of us, and everybody stays away. We all go out for dinner. We have to warn the waiters. It's like, we're going to get
You
ready.
were hitting on that one waiter. Not this time, we didn't.
No, when we went out to Monson, the one that at TGI Fridays.
Yeah, you were like, that poor guy.
I'm like, yeah, you want my number, dude? It was like, I felt bad for him because, it's like, you're being warned now.
Yeah.
As I bat my eyelashes.
Yeah. The accent slays me. She loves my accent for some reason.
Nice.
Oh. Hey, come on, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button. You know that little heart? If you hit it, it will turn red. And it shows me how much you love me.
Yeah, share the love.
Share the love.
Share the love.
So what's your... Yeah. Share the love with me. I need all the love I can get. And all the fans I can get.
She needs a lot of fans right about now.
Even my face is literally red. That's how my ears are burning. So...
Oh.
What is your favorite local location that you do?
I love going to Monson when, we're not getting attacked by mosquitoes.
Yeah, they're nice.
Been up to Laconia State School. We were talking about that last week.
Yeah,
I love going there and just walking around. It's a lot, kind of like almost similar to the same style as Medfield.
Campus or cottage. I say campus.
It's like a campus cottage style. Yeah. They had turned it at one point into a prison. But so you can't go walk through that part, but you can see it. Unfortunately, everything's boarded up. But just walking through there, it's just a really neat place and all the different buildings. I got an EVP out of there one of the first times I went, and we played it back, and it was like, go home. And I'm like, okay, do you want me to go home, or do you want to go home? Because these kids were dropped off. And a lot of them probably did want to go home. So it was kind of one of those trying to figure out, okay, which do you want?
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like, it didn't sound menacing, but when I played everything back, it was like, go home. It was weird.
You can tell, like, we were getting all those swears, but it didn't feel menacing.
No,
it didn't
wasn't
feel bad. It just,
Yeah,
you can tell the difference when it comes to.
but yeah, it was Laconia State School was just a lot of fun. The other place I loved, ended up taking a trip up to Mount Washington Hotel.
Ooh.
And just kind of went in. We're talking, went up to the desk. We're like, hey, we're Spirit Trackers Paranormal. We've heard this, that, and the other. And it's this fancy hotel. It's like $1,000 a night to stay there.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely beautiful. And they're like, oh, we have pictures. And they pull out this photo album with pictures of everybody was like outside, and there's a woman up in the window, which was room 314, which is Princess Caroline's room, if anybody knows.
I know a little bit,
yeah. And you see her, and they're like, everybody's outside, and they're showing us all these paranormal pictures. Here, here's a historical walking guide. You can do a self-tour. Walking around this hotel, just jeans and a t-shirt. Other people are dressed up, kind of nice. And they're just letting us walk through our entire hotel. And it was probably like the coolest experience because I didn't expect that. So, oh, you're a ghost hunter. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I've gotten that. And they were just so welcoming. They were just amazing. And it was just, I wasn't getting a room. I wasn't, couldn't afford to do that because it was peak season. And
that's awesome of them.
They were just, and they did. They're taking out photo albums, telling us their personal stories, and just, talking to us. And it was just like, this is cool. And it was, it was shortly after I founded my team, and I was just kind of going around trying to check out places. And it was like, I didn't expect that. So that's like I want to go back up there just to go walk around again, just because it was really cool. Even talked to some guests in the hotel.
I've never even seen it.
Oh my God.
Not even like from the outside. I've never.
Yeah, I have a bunch of pictures that I posted when we went last year, and it's you just stand outside, and I mean it's literally breathtaking.
I've seen pictures, but I've never seen it in person.
Oh, it's one of those you have to. And it was just one of those days we'd hit the state school, and then we're like, okay. So we drove all the way up that way, went through different places, and just checking things out. And it was just like, I loved going there. That was just like, I don't know. It was amazing. And just the reception we got just being in there.
That makes it even better.
Yeah, so.
Oh, Nicole, you love me. Sorry, my chat froze or something. I didn't see that. I hope you love me. Please love me.
She needs the love.
Yeah. I need the feels. Oh, wait. That means something different.
That does, yeah.
All right, I take that back.
I'm a little concerned now.
Yeah, I take that back. She's my sister. We don't need that.
No. That's like a whole X-Files episode.
Yeah. So, all right. So, where else?
Let's see. So I've been there. When I was driving back from Florida last year. We made a stop in Gettysburg, and this was probably the best EVP I'd ever gotten. We went down to the Sachs Bridge. I'd never been down there, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna stop. So on the Sachs Bridge, I got a white noise box going, and everything hooked up, and we hear all of a sudden there's like a cannon-like sound. I still can't figure out what it was, but it was like a whoosh, really weird. And I'm like, then nothing. It was just a white noise. So I was finally like, all right. And normally, I don't provoke anything like that. So I was just like, you know what, guys? You don't want to tell me what's going on? I'm just going to go tell the Confederacy what I think. And I kept mentioning the Confederacy. And all of a sudden, everything stops, and you just hear, no, she won't.
Yeah. And
I have it on my recorder. And I just, every time I listen to it, it's like, because when it happened, it was like, what?
Is that your best EVP?
That was probably one of my best EVPs that I've caught. And then I got, I think I showed you the picture I got at the Epsom schoolhouse. You see this figure sitting by the rocks. And it was a while ago when we were at Salem.
Oh, maybe the first time we met?
Yeah. And it's just, and everybody that sees it is like, what is that? And I'm like, I don't know. I can't debunk it. There was nothing there because I took 3 pictures in that same spot. And it looks like a little kid. And the story is that there's 5 kids that are buried around the tree in this, what looks like could be a little cemetery next to this old schoolhouse. So it's still probably one of my most amazing. Because I once we went through and we're looking, I'm like, what the hell is that? That's not normal.
Yeah, you'll have to re-show me.
Yeah.
While I remember.
I had to find, it's on one of my
So I can remember, I should say.
Yeah.
I'm trying to watch. Nobody's talking to me.
Nobody's talking.
Nobody's talking to me. It's okay. Unless it froze again. So I'm not ignoring anybody. I'm trying to find something for you is what I'm trying to do. And talk at the same time.
Yeah, I've done Haunted Victorian Mansion with a former team I was on.
Yeah. S.K. Pierce and
yes.
Gardner Matz.
That place was amazing.
It was. We had some crazy stuff happen there.
Oh yeah. Well, I kept every time I went into the red room on the second floor, every time I just like couldn't breathe in that room.
Oh really?
I just all of a sudden, and I was fine in the rest of the house. That room, I just was like, I couldn't breathe. It was like I felt like I was being suffocated, which was horrible. That was a really cool place.
That is where we saw the worm light anomalies.
That's right. Yes.
Mansion in the basement. I think 3 of them we saw.
Yep.
And then as soon as I get to, I can't show people in the chat, but Nicole will know what I'm talking about. Nicole got a couple really good pictures. We didn't get the light anomalies on film, but you got my reaction.
Yeah.
And then you got the other 2 guys.
Oh wow.
And they're like, it was definitely in. It was like 12 inches.
Yep.
And it was like squiggly, and there was no wind. The windows were boarded up. It was
you can't.
And it was mid-air. It wasn't on the wall.
It was just kind of, and squiggly isn't going to be dust or anything like that.
And it was like, it was thick.
Yeah.
Something tried to grab Nicole's camera. It did grab it. It tried to yank it out of her.
We had that up on the 3rd floor. A flashlight got ripped out of someone's hands. He was in like a 7th quarter type of thing. And it was just like, all of a sudden you hear this bang, and he's like, something just ripped the flashlight out of my hand.
I guess the chat just caught up because it just all went.
All of a sudden it just,
I'm going to show her that's what I was looking for, Nick. I'm showing her right now. I'll start with, and so we saw the white ones with our eyes.
Yep.
And then that's in the downstairs.
Yep.
Right? And then this is a different.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
they're like
normally...
these, but that's what the white ones. If anybody wants to see them, they can message me after, or they're up on Cis Paranormal page also.
That's pretty cool. I mean, it looks like even down here.
Yeah, it's like
the door is gone.
Yeah.
In that area.
In the white squiggly lines, but
That's cool. Yeah, I didn't get anything like that. We had taken pictures outside, and one of them, it looked like there was like a little boy in the window, which was, the red church.
Yep. Oh, the boy, you were telling us about that.
Yeah. And it's looked like, but it was, is it matrixing? Is it the light playing tricks? So, yeah. But it looked like a face in the window.
Yeah, if we hadn't seen those white things, the
Yeah.
squiggly things, like, we might have been like, okay, well, but the shape of the second one, even though it's a different color, but it's still thick, and
it doesn't look like.
So, yeah, I was just showing her the pictures we got, and again, if anybody wants to see them, they can message me, or they're up on Cis Paranormal on Facebook. Yeah, that's right. She was trying, that's why it's so low. She was trying to play ball with the little boy, and it's on the floor. That's right in front of her.
Okay.
The ball you can't see, but she's here, sitting on the floor, taking the picture, and see how low it is.
Oh, wow.
And she was literally trying to
get him to play ball.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. So, yeah, the night we were there wasn't a whole lot of activity but we had like a couple of things.
Ours was the big one was right as we're getting to leave, they're like, oh, we never went in the basement. So we go down there, and that's when.
Yeah, the basement was kind of. We also
you've seen this one.
Yes. Oh my God! Yeah, that is amazing.
I wish you could put pictures in the.
I know.
Thing. I'm showing a picture from USS Salem.
That's on my bucket list. I'd love to get onto that. I'm petrified of boats. I'm scared
to
death of boats. So
it's docked.
As long as I can get to land, I'm good. But
yeah, it's right there. But those are. I mean, we've been doing this. I'm just about 4 years now, and these are the amount of pictures that we consider, and you can see a couple of duplicates. So it's not like we claim all this stuff.
No, and that's the main thing. Like, I'm always
Yeah.
trying to debunk.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, now this can't, and so there's stuff that I actually consider to be evidence.
Yeah, that's right, Nick. I will, Jen. I will. I'll do that. Actually, I'll do it right now. I think I'm friends with everybody in the chat right now. But yeah, they were like, okay, they were trying to rush us out, and we're like, no, we still have time to go. Yeah, so we didn't leave because that's one. It's only one of two that I've ever paid for because I don't pay for investigation.
No, I
if
generally
paid
don't.
for, we're paid till 3 or 4, whatever it was. We're staying.
You're staying, yeah.
Good luck there, buddy.
Well, I was like Parsonfield. That was like, that was a place like I really wanted to check out. And that's still, I loved that place. I generally don't pay for things unless it's something like, okay, it's for historic upkeep or something like that.
Yeah.
I know it's going to go to a good cause. One of the other cool places we did Winchendon. One of my former teams, we did the Winchendon Manor.
I've heard about that. Yeah,
that place is amazing.
There's something coming up there.
Yeah, I know there's always stuff coming up there.
I remember seeing that.
But yeah, the basement. That was another one. The basement. There was like this thick sulfur smell down there, and I was just setting up the equipment, and I'm like, "What is?" And we were down there. Somebody had gotten scratched, and it was really weird. But you go upstairs, and you could be sitting there, and like this perfume would walk by, and it was like somebody walked by you, and you just walked away. That was one of the really cool places too. I was with one of my other teams that I had been on previously before I decided to go on and start my own. So it was a pretty cool place too. I'd like to go back at some point.
There's so many, and I was sitting here tonight. I can think of more than one. Unlike last night.
Yeah. Couldn't think of anything.
No. Any cool places in your area? I don't know.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Just give me a fan. Yeah, I would love to go back there too, Nick, to Parsons Field.
Oh yeah.
Seminary. Yeah, that was really cool.
Oh yeah. And going down to the cemetery and the guy yelling at us from being in the cemetery. It's like,
oh,
but he's like part of it.
Yeah, well, it was their property, but then the guy's like, us people here in Maine have the right to carry arms or whatever.
I know.
Yeah, okay. I can smell the alcohol from across the cemetery. I think it's time to go, guys.
I think we're just gonna move this way.
Just a little bit.
But yeah, that was an interesting.
That was a crazy ass night. I mean,
oh my god.
We worked really hard the first 4 hours, and
yeah.
then thanks to somebody, the next couple were a little hard.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It was definitely
It made for an interesting evening. It's like, we're gonna do some more investigating. Yeah, that didn't work out as well as we would have liked.
No.
But
Yeah. And then we started up again after you left.
Yeah. I was just I knew I had a long drive back, and I'm like, yeah. Like, I don't want to fall asleep at 6 a.m. driving because I saw more deer than I did cars on my way home that morning. It was like, oh my god.
Oh.
Trying to think some of the other places I got. Margaritas in Concord was pretty cool.
Oh, I've heard of that. And never been, but I did hear. Have you been to Madame Cherie's?
Yes.
Yes, I thought so.
Yes, Madame Cherie's. That's one I'd like to go back to, but obviously can't go at night.
Can't go at night anymore.
Which that stinks.
Yep.
But the energy from that place is just absolutely amazing. But we had so many people when we went. I don't think I got the whole energy of the place. I kept trying to wander off by myself because I'm like, I need to go check this out, and everybody, I'm like, you guys are making too much noise.
I've been there so many times and I would have kept going, but you can't go at night. I would still go up during the day and stuff. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah, I mean you can still catch stuff during the day. It's because I've done it, which still
I like a dozen times. I mean, I've been so many times.
Yeah, I've only been up there once or twice when I was driving back from Florida this last time. Went right by there. It's like, it wasn't almost 1 in the morning. I was so stopped. Or 11. I don't even remember what time it was. Yeah. I was just by that point, and I was going to stop at a couple places on my way back from visiting my mom, and stopped in Savannah to see. There was a cemetery there. and it's one of the historic cemeteries and all. I'd read all the stories, and I'm like, 5 o'clock they start closing everything. So, and of course, I get into the band at 5 o'clock. So that didn't work out so well.
I think you were telling us about that Sunday.
Yeah.
Where it just the light bulb went over my
Yeah.
head. I don't want to say where, but that place that we were talking about, you got to get a Saturday off quick.
Yes, I actually have a Saturday off coming up.
Oh, we'll have to talk to Nicole after.
Yes. Because my schedule, I have a nice long weekend coming up. So.
Yeah, because
I'm
you know
very excited.
what place I'm talking about.
Yes.
The place that's closing and.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll have to.
We have to definitely.
Yeah,
organize that.
Sorry, I forgot you can't see the chat. Well, I'll have to go to Madame Cherie's on a nice fall day. Yeah.
Yes.
I would love going there during the day. I'm not one that believes that you only investigate at night anyways.
No, I don't. I'll go during the day.
Yeah.
We did.
If possible, I like doing both in the same location.
Right, because
day
you can
and
see,
night.
the difference.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, the things change in between the day and the night. So,
Yeah.
But ghosts generally paranormal. It's not like they sleep.
No.
So
that we know of, anyways.
I mean, we did Rutland prison camps.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, that's one of the places I love. I plan on going back. I've been up there a couple of times.
We're going back this fall. So.
Yeah, that's one I definitely want to go back up there. The root cellar. We were in there, and I had two of the guys with me, and we're in there, and we're talking, and I'm like, all right, there's something's going on. I kicked all the guys out. I'm like, everybody out. They're like, why? Why? I'm like, it was a prison camp. I'm a female. There were a bunch of guys here. Get out. And I swear something like rubbed my arm. And that was when I was telling them, you guys need to leave. I'm like, if we're going to get any evidence, leave.
Yeah.
So, I'm in there and I'm like, hey, I'm a woman. What's going on, guys? Yes, I flirt with ghosts. If it gets things done.
Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, I know that would be my luck.
Yeah.
There is that woman over in Britain that apparently is getting married to a ghost.
We had a client that had issues of that nature.
Yeah, I remember you talking to me about that. Yeah.
I don't want to go into too much detail.
Because it was a private case.
It's a private case, but everybody gets the gist. But yeah,
was that woman, and I mean, she claims she's had sex with the ghost and everything else, and I'm just like, okay, that's interesting.
You're the one that married it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. I'm like, yeah, I'll go in and flirt with them or whatever if it helps get me.
Sorry, no offense to the woman, but that kind of crazy makes me look sane. And
Same.
Saying a lot.
Yeah, because that pretty much sums it up. It's like,
She held the whole ceremony.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, she did.
Okay.
The whole thing.
Wasn't it a sea captain or a pirate
or something? Yeah.
See,
yeah. She claims it was the best sex she'd ever had. I'm like, with a ghost. I don't want to know how that works. I'm like, no. I saw the headline for and I'm just like, I will read a lot of weird, freaky stuff. Not this one. I just don't want to know how this is working. I'm like, I love the paranormal. I love all, but no, I don't love it.
I watched the whole interview of her.
Did you?
Oh yeah.
I couldn't do it.
I had to. Once you start, and somebody said,
Well, there's a recent story too. A guy, he investigates naked.
Oh, Scott, Griswold. How do you say his last name?
Grunwald?
Yes, thank you. He was the naked. He had.
Was
a
it
show
him?
On, yeah.
I didn't realize that's who it was. I just saw
he
a
was
headline.
on introspection, and that was one of the things that didn't come up because I was so busy. He got talking about investigating the Bunny Ranch, and I never got to ask him about the.
This was recent. It was
I
the
asked
other day.
him other time though.
And I'm just like, okay, we go paranormal or something naked. No, I think I'm gonna wear clothes.
Yeah, I don't get it, but more power to you.
Hey, if it works, go for it. Not sure that would work. I think the ghost would run away screaming.
Yeah, same here.
Be like, nope, we're gonna go back and we're gonna go find the light.
Yeah, that's one way to cleanse out the face. Just no. You see the light yet? Nope, one more layer coming on.
Hold on, here we go. Let me take out my stripper pole.
Yep. Because we carry that in our back pocket.
It's part of the equipment.
Yep. Oh. Ghost hunting, yeah. It's okay to say ghost hunting sometimes. Yeah. It's just funny when I do the hashtag.
I know.
I said ghost hunting.
I'm going to marry a pirate ghost. Nice.
Well, when I first started, I was really hung up on words. And I still am to a certain point, but now I understand that it's more of slang,
Yeah.
but I know the difference.
Well, it's like a lot of people like, well, what do you do? I'm like, well, my hobby is paranormal. And well, what does that mean? Oh, dear God.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, I hunt ghosts for fun.
Yeah.
So, yeah, some people you really have to
Break it down to
yeah,
one syllable words.
exactly. It's it's like, no, is it like the ghost hunters on TV? No, not remotely. Like
I say, when people ask me that, I say yes, but we just do the opposite of pretty much everything you see on TV.
It's like, one of those, you sit there, you watch the shows, and you're like, no, you're doing it wrong. That's not the right way.
No.
What are you thinking?
Yeah.
I watch occasionally I watch them, just to figure out how not to do things.
I watch them when if we're doing a place. There's been quite a few places that we've done that have been on episodes and stuff. I like more of documentary type style. Like I loved The Haunting or A Haunting.
A Haunting. I like that.
But they didn't pretend. I mean, it was all dramatized because it was retelling the story.
Yeah, it was a retelling.
So
I
don't mind stuff like that.
I watched the one of A Haunting when they did the Victorian Mansion in Gardner.
That's what I was getting at. Yeah, before we went and did it. Yeah.
And I was after I had seen that, and it was like,
Ghost Hunters.
Ghost Adventures did that one too.
Douchebaggins did it. Yeah.
Yes, Douchebaggins, yes.
Yeah.
Although he does have really nice hair. There's something about his hair. It's like, it's not bad. But the way he investigates, although I did watch... That's
what I said even last night. He could be a great person for all I know.
Yeah.
So it's nothing personal. I just don't
I've actually heard he's...
I've heard he's not a nice person, but I don't know firsthand, but hence the nickname because...
Yeah, exactly.
I've heard anyways.
I did watch the documentary he did, Demon House. It was actually halfway decent.
That's what people say that don't like him. They say, okay, here's my question. Paranormal. Here's a question for you. I don't get this. This is a real question. Real question.
Okay.
Kindred spirits. Yes, that's a good one too.
I was actually watching that this morning. Yeah. So there's nothing on TV.
So now Zach's supposed to be the almighty ghost hunter, paranormal investigator. So he does this. His hair's possessed. He does this whole documentary on the demon house, right?
Yes.
And he tears down the house.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm only in this 4 years, so I could be wrong, but what good does tearing down a house do if it's tied
It's on the ground.
I don't get it.
Because that doesn't...
So nobody can move into the house and they're not in danger, but it's still on the ground.
What if that released...
Yeah.
Whatever was in there to go to another house.
I haven't seen it, so
it was actually interesting. I actually enjoyed it. It was one of those. I was like, all right. I said I didn't put too much stock into it, but I was like, I really kind of want to check it out because I've heard about it. But I'm like, that was my thing. Why tear down the house? I'm like, that's because that could either release
that's my big thing, yeah.
Or it's still in the ground.
It's still there.
Yeah, they're not. Where are they going to go?
Some people think it if it's attached to, this mouse, and you move the mouse somewhere, so what if it's attached to the wood? You burn it, where does it go? But most likely it's probably part of the land, but I just have like a million questions.
So do I, because, what is it that was actually there in the first place? And they never actually answered that question.
Yeah, see, I don't know enough to, actually talk about it. Just that part got me.
I know, that was, I will say, though, the documentary is interesting. How much of it, though, whether or not some of it, was real, so to speak, because, I know you haven't seen it, but there was a couple scenes, I'm like, all right, so did this really happen? And, I question a lot of the validity with a lot of it, but it was interesting, to say the least. It was actually a good time killer for a couple of hours, because I was ready to go to sleep, and I'm just like, I need to watch something, it's too early. It's like, I can't go to sleep at 8 o'clock.
When I first started dating Aaron, he would make me watch all the time. That didn't last very long because I couldn't.
No, I
was just like, no, I can't.
I've been into doing this, God, for so long now.
Mallory Waddell, how the hell are ya? Yes, Nick. Zach is an actor, and no, Jen. Zach got his big break on Wheel of Fortune. Him and his sister.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that.
He looks like a 12-year-old boy, but He was on Wheel of Fortune. Oh, it's on YouTube and stuff.
I'll have to
Google
look
it, guys. Google Zach Baggins.
on Wheel of Fortune.
If you Google douche Baggins, unfortunately Wheel of Fortune will not come up, so use his real name.
Okay.
But
Good to know.
yeah, he was. He was on Wheel of Fortune.
I had no clue. That's interesting.
Yeah, and he was in I forget how he described it, but it was actually pretty funny to watch.
I can only imagine.
Yep.
He gets so overly dramatic. It's hysterical because I'm like, you go out onto some of these investigations and it's like, it's not that dramatic.
No,
Like,
that's the whole point, though. That's why his shows lasted so long.
Well, it's like I rewatched. I was just because there was nothing on. There was something on one of the apps I have on my TV, and it was the old Ghost Hunters. Well, the originals when they started, it was like the first season. It was the best of. I was watching the Eastern State Pen one, which is on my bucket list. I really want to go to a haunted prison, insane asylum, haunted prison, and haunted amusement parks. Those are on my list. And although the big one I know, Matt, who helps me out a great deal, and he better be listening. We really want to get into an insane asylum. Like
You would have no problem getting into
No.
the asylum. It's getting out.
You're
might
letting
have
me
a
out.
problem.
Well, I mean, come on. Back in the day, I mean, some of the things they put you in for, I'd have been in
TMS,
there.
Illiteracy.
Yeah.
If your husband wanted to get rid of you, it'd just stick you in.
Oh, you know, what is it? You know, you drink too much. You go through menopause. I mean, I had a list, and I'm just like, I'd have been locked up for sure.
Yeah.
But like, our dream is, to go sit in the morgue. I mean, we're the crazy ones that'll sit in the morgue and be like, okay, come get us.
Yeah, you would. I can
That's
see that.
I told Matt, I'm like, yep, me and you used to be laying there on the slabs going, all right, talk to us. Although my friend Corey, who does a lot of my editing and stuff that helps me out going through footage, he's like, why do I have to edit every time we go someplace? All right, I'm here, pull my hair.
Yeah.
Somebody please pull my hair.
When I told you, one of these times it's going to happen and you're going to shit.
Probably.
Like, oh my God.
Do it again, do it again.
Lost my chat again.
Which would be hysterical.
Yeah. Oh, his museum? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about the museum.
I'm not sure.
I don't know if I have a feeling one way or the other about it, to be honest.
I haven't decided.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel like he's trying to compete with like the Warrens and stuff.
Oh, the nephew, Zap. What's his name, guy? Zap.
John Zaffis.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's it.
See, I need somebody to help me with
Yeah.
my words.
Yeah, the Haunted Collector. That's it. Who is, from what I understand, a super nice guy.
Kim says, meet them at a Paracon. They're all friendly, but Zach, the only time he would talk to anyone after you paid $20 to get the picture of him, the rest of them would sit and talk with you. I've heard that before.
I have too.
Yeah, I heard Aaron is an awesome guy.
Yeah.
I've never heard anything bad about him.
No, and he does a lot for charity and things like that. I know he has like the Big Step in organization and stuff, and he does a lot for kids.
Yeah,
which is I think is pretty cool. Although I will say, Zach recently he did a whole thing with the ASPCA or something.
Somebody said that a minute ago. My chat keeps freezing and then it goes zoom.
Yep.
And you can't go back on this one. So, I think it was Alita or Kim. Somebody said something. It was Alita. He donates to pet rescues and yeah. So I mean, there's good and bad in everybody.
There is.
He makes joking. He's a millionaire doing what he likes to do, acting, and
I mean,
just some people out there take it seriously.
I mean, I'd love to be able to, actually do what I love and get paid for it, but I still, whether I do or not, ever get on the TV show or anything, which that's not why I'm in this.
I don't know if I would because too many.
I wouldn't want them dictating what I have to do.
What you can do, what you can't do in editing.
Yeah.
Like that, I'd be very picky.
I'd be like, no, that has to stay. No.
And I've always said for the past 2 years doing this, I have a face for radio, not TV.
Me too.
So this is why I'm behind this,
Well, that's what I wanted to do was I wanted to actually get into radio because I have a communications degree, English communications, writing or radio. I was like, I did the TV thing when I was in high school, and it was like, no, it doesn't work. I'm like, plus the camera adds 10 pounds, and I can't have another 10 pounds added.
Man, add 10 pounds to my ass, we're in trouble.
Oh, God, me too. You're like,
Exactly, Nick. He could be a great person, but doesn't. Manny Mo says, hi, Kerry.
hi, Manny. Hey, buddy. You promised you were going to listen.
What? I got confused because I saw Nicole. I can't see, but I saw a girl, and I was like, wait, because they're both black and white.
Yes.
I said he, and then I'm like, wait, was that a girl?
Yep. No, that's my friend Manny. He was all excited about me because we were talking about it.
Hi, Manny. Nice to meet you.
He's an awesome guy. It was one of my. Yeah. He's.
I know who you mean.
Yes,
Yeah.
we've talked about Manny.
You know how sensitive this is? It probably picked up what I was whispering. Oh, sorry. Oh.
No, he's awesome. It's my Meerkat Manny.
He's been listening, he said.
Yeah, Meerkat Manny. So we call him because we work together. So
we let's see. Kim says she got to meet John Zappas. Great guy to talk to.
I've heard he's awesome. I know a few people that have met him and just say he's just fantastic. Although how he keeps all this like haunted items and keeps it in his museum, I'm like that's. And I know a lot of people who do that. They collect haunted things, and I'm like, I don't need to be haunted in my home.
I wouldn't take the risk, but if they know what they're doing, I mean.
Oh yeah, I mean, like you look at the Warrens, they have the original Annabelle doll locked up, and I mean they know what it is, and that was just, the Warrens were years ago when I used to read paranormal book after paranormal book, anything that was haunted as a kid.
Oops, sorry guys, I just almost.
She's knocking things around.
Just the mic, so it probably just squealed on them. That's the second best part of Connecticut. Well, third. The first best part was spending 4 days with Nicole.
Yes.
Just me and her, off, no kids, no.
Oh, that had to be awesome.
It was. But the second favorite part was Ed Warren's grave, just going.
Yes.
And I know he's another one that some people think he's controversial. I don't care.
No,
they opened the door, but it was an awesome.
Yeah, they certainly. I mean, they opened the door for us to be able to do what we do. I mean, whether people say they're fakes or whatever. They still, I mean, even when I was a little kid, just the things that they did because I used to read about them.
Yeah.
And recently saw The Nun actually with Manny this week, which was the way they tied it in at the end was kind of really cool. So I'm wondering if they're actually going to do the case that they had at the end. You have loud neighbors?
No, that's not my neighbors. If anybody can hear the screaming, that is outside on the sidewalk, a fight.
Awesome.
Huh. Okay, well, they stopped, so she's either...
Well, we hear sirens, we'll know why.
Yeah. The only issue is my daughter's going to be home in a second. I'm going to have to walk through it, so...
Oh, no.
They'll drop her off out back, though.
Oh, good. Okay.
She'll come up the back stairs like you did.
Once I found where I was going,
yeah,
we drove by.
I saw you, and then you drove by.
Like, I don't know where I am.
The second best part was Sarah Winchester.
Yes. That had to have been, yeah, I looked at all the pictures and stuff. I was like, that had to be, Connecticut, there's a lot in Connecticut.
There's so much, we couldn't do everything.
No.
But, I mean, we did a lot, we squeezed so much in that time.
In just, a few days. But Connecticut, there is so much down there that I know me and my friend Brittany plan on making a trip down there at some point once we get everything together. We need a girls' road trip. My big thing, I want to go back to Gettysburg because I'm like, there's so much
I would love to go to Gettysburg.
It's an 8-hour drive, but if you go up and around, it's not bad.
They're celebrating Friday, too, out there, I think.
Woohoo, are they dancing?
they're singing and cheering.
Well, let's hope it's for something good.
Yeah, right? Nobody's dead, so that's a good thing.
Right.
So, let's see. Nicole, you still in chat? Or I don't know what time she's heading this way, so.
Oh, well, maybe she'll surprise us.
She might.
It's Nicole.
Yeah. We still should have a little bit. She says, hey, I'm down for a road trip. What, the 8-hour to Gettysburg? You heard it here first. She agreed to the 8-hour road trip to Gettysburg.
Let's plan this.
I'll pack my peanut butter and jelly and my coffee.
It's peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. I had to.
Man. All right, so I forget where the hell we were going now that you just did that dance. 'Cause they can't see you, but I did. And I was trying so hard not to laugh. And I'm still fanning myself.
I know.
She's dancing next to me, and I'm ignoring it. And I'm over here fanning myself, and she's ignoring it. So this is going...
This is awesome. This
going-
is like our typical investigations, though, before we actually start investigating it.
Yeah. That poor waiter.
I know.
That poor waiter. That's all I could think
We
about.
warned him.
And my
ahead of
mother.
time.
My mother was there.
I know. Hey, we warned the man ahead of time. We told him.
Yeah, Kerry's driving. She said. Wink, wink.
Hey, I'll drive. I got no problem. I've done it before.
Oh.
But yeah, the poor waiter. It's like
He didn't seem to mind though.
No, because I'm batting my eyelash. I was like, well, here, let me just write my number next to the tip area.
But you didn't.
No, I should have.
No balls.
I'll remember that next time.
Yeah. You guys dared me to walk up to that other guy and just introduce myself, and I did.
I know.
We're still friends to this day, kinda.
Well, like, yeah, go meet that guy.
You said it, and Nicole's like, no, she really will.
I didn't think you would. Now I know better.
Yeah. Brian. His name is Brian.
Oh, God.
Remember?
Yes.
He was with us, the group, the whole night.
Yes, that's right, yeah.
And Carl and his girlfriend.
Yes.
I don't
We
know
met
why
some pretty
they
cool
stayed
people.
With,
I don't know why they...
A couple other days. They probably were afraid to leave us alone with that guy.
I know. It definitely made the night interesting.
I was all good until like you got really touchy, and I'm like, if I wasn't in such a good mood, I would have. Actually, I did hit him.
Yeah, you did at one point. Yeah, pretty much.
He said he wanted to bend me over the headstone, and I whacked him.
Was like, you're what? Do we need to leave you guys alone?
No.
Yeah, those were your exact words. No, stay. Yeah.
Yeah, do not leave me alone. No.
That was when we were in the cemetery before we got.
Yeah, he does. Brian does, Nick. Yep. Yeah, no. The only time we're alone was like for 2 minutes, and that's where he pointed. It wasn't even 2 minutes. He pointed to the bathroom, whatever.
Yeah.
And didn't say a word to me the whole time.
No.
Didn't look at me. Didn't say a word to me. Just like.
It was like there.
Yeah.
Their bathroom.
Yeah.
That's it, and just stayed there.
So, but yeah, it was interesting.
And you got to look at the full moon. And Nicole didn't warn you.
Well, she was in shock because she was in front of him, and all of a sudden she was literally in front of him, and he starts unzipping his pants, and I saw what I saw.
That was definitely a night none of us, I think, will forget for a long time.
Yeah. I think I only hit him twice. The second time, I think, is when he finally stopped the touching.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure after he said he was going to bend you over the headstone, that was pretty much like, all right, now you're pushing it, dude.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Yeah. Go that way.
Go. Isn't there somebody else you want to annoy?
Yeah. I mean, he was friendly enough. Too friendly.
He was very friendly.
I mean, because we know him.
Yeah.
It wasn't like threatening or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it was definitely, we had a lot of fun.
We saw a full moon.
Yes, literally. Well,
a bright, white, skinny full moon.
Well, the funny thing is my team, the last couple of times we've been out to investigate, we did Bearbrook and we did Dogtown. Both of the times we did the investigations was on a full moon.
We did Dogtown like a week apart, didn't we?
So, yeah, but a couple weeks apart.
Nikki almost saw more than a full moon.
Well, my friend Brittany, it was her first investigation, and we were out there, and we were all at Papagino's, and she's grabbing a napkin. She's like, I gotta pee out in the woods. She's like, I'm not trying to drip dry while I'm being chased by a werewolf. Because that was one of the clips.
Yes.
And that was like, and the highlight, we all got lost, and we're like, trust us, we're professionals. That was the quote of the evening when we did Dogtown. We were lost for 3 hours.
I love telling stories about myself that most people wouldn't tell on air.
Yeah.
Like, go back and listen to the show last night. I told my cop story about the guy asking if I needed a breathalyzer. The cop asking if I needed a breathalyzer, and I said, "Are you asking me to blow?
Did you want me to blow, officer?
Yeah. I'll blow. Just strip search me first." But anyways,
especially if he's cute.
He was, but I was just giving him a hard time because that's just who I am.
I usually
And
do.
I said it was like 10 years or so.
Mhm.
It's more like 15, 16 years ago.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
time flies.
the shorter time I'll go with, you
So-
know.
I had to pee in the woods. First time ever. It was like 2 years ago.
Yep.
And I was so scared I was going to pee in my shoe. I was almost having a panic attack because I didn't want to pee in my shoe.
Yeah.
Well, then, so I did what I had to do, and I didn't get it anywhere. And I was so excited, and we go down, and I'm like, yay, I peed, and I didn't even get it. And I look, and there's a video camera right in my face, and I didn't care. Still good. I'm like, yay.
It's like, I paid.
No flashing, please. And that was the night I thought I heard a wild boar. I guess
Oh, yes, I
they're not
remember
really
you
in the
telling me,
area,
yeah.
but, you know, I don't know what the hell kind of
You
animal
know.
I was actually thinking, but something growls. I just think of.
Yeah. Okay, there's wild animals. Big bear chase me. Big bear chase me. I've watched The Great Outdoors one too many times. It was one of my dad's favorites. He laughed for weeks.
Yeah. Like, wait, I can't even look at Jen's comment. No flash. I don't even. What do I do? This emoji is so small, I can only tell you what it looks like.
It looks like an eggplant.
Not what it looks like to me, but.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's symbolizing other.
Yeah, I didn't see that, thank God.
No.
You know what, though? Do you remember how quick he pulled his pants up when I grabbed the camera?
Yes.
I'm like, yeah, do it again.
Go ahead.
It's going on Facebook. Same thing, you send me a... Can I say dick? Yeah, I say fuck. I can
Yeah,
say
it
dick.
might as well. It's a dick pic, yeah.
Send me a dick pic on my page. It might end up on my page.
Yep. Well,
Not the personal one, but my
Yeah.
page. I'd blur it out, but yeah, I'd put it up there with your name.
Yep.
I'm tired of getting those, man.
Oh, I know. It's one of those you be posting it. And guess who this belongs to?
I think the last one, I don't know if it was Nicole, it might have been even Aaron that I sent the screenshots to. Somebody sent me.
Yeah.
And it was a while ago. Nobody's done it in a while. I've been calling people out, but and I'm like, man, that thing's so small. I want to be bragging about it. And I blocked them.
Oh, I've gotten a few like that. I'm just like, really? That's it?
I don't even remember if it was or wasn't, but that was my comment. Yeah.
That's the best way to do it.
So, oh man, we're already at our hour.
Oh my God, it's already been an hour.
You're welcome to come back anytime.
That would be awesome.
I do the show once a month by myself. And
Hey, that would be cool, you know.
you know.
God knows. We got plenty of stories, and
Oh yeah.
we all know there'll be more.
We didn't even get into a lot of them.
No, I don't know.
Oh man.
Yeah, we have many stories, and I'm sure there's going to be plenty more.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, definitely. Can you guys? Now we have to wait 30 seconds, but can you hear that?
there's some weird things going on outside.
Yeah, very. And I'm messaging Kate. Well, she's still at work because she hasn't been on.
Well, maybe they had her stay.
She might have worked till long. Anybody, before we go, anybody have any questions for us? Eggplant head. So they hear us so far after
I know.
that she's just now saying eggplant. Yeah, before we go, if you have any questions, when will she come back? Yes, Mal, I'm on every Friday. And coming October, we're switching networks, as you know, to Paranormal Buzz Radio. So I'll be Friday night still, Shay's Paranormal Chat. Yeah, probably Mel. But let's see, we're going to do shout outs. We got Miss Jen B. We got Mal. Mal, love you, miss you. We got my sister Nicole, who I also love.
I love her too.
Yes. Alita, thank you, Alita. Nice to meet you, Manny.
Yes, Manny's awesome.
Yeah.
He's
had-
the bomb.
Maybe we'll meet someday.
Yes. He's one of the ones I have so many friends that are like so supportive of what I do.
Yeah.
He's a big one, so
Aw.
he's great.
Miss Luna, Miss Kim. I'm missing some people here, but I always feel bad if I miss anybody, but I can only go down so far. We got Matthew as Paranormal Buzz. Matthew Adele, not the other Matthew. So I can't scroll anymore. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. But so on that note, thank you guys. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out, and we will see you next Friday, which is why they want to give me a show on Tuesday.
Nice. Have a good night.
Good night, guys. Oh, wait, tell them where to find you. Tell your page and stuff.
You can find my personal page under my name, and Spirit Trackers Paranormal Society is my team. So look us up, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff.
And if you have any questions on where to find her,
Shay knows.
Yep, just message me, and I will send you out the information. But good night, and see you next week.